Present? I don't actually think this works. Like it should work, but I don't think the game wants this. Yeah, I knew it. I knew it. He wasn't sure what time it was, even though the clock was right in front of him. Come on, how is that not? How is that not relevant? Stupid game. Alright, so we have to present the glove with the bananas. Mr. Wellington, I believe I have the bananas you saw right here. Ah, so you knew about the bananas too. Why didn't you say so earlier? But don't you think you can use this as a way to pull more information out of me? And that's where you'd be wrong. Mr. Wright, what is the meaning of this? Isn't that the baseball glove? Huh? Whoa, what? A baseball glove? Doesn't it look delicious? Care for a bite? That's not. It's a no! Your Honor, I think this proves one very important fact. This witness has bad eyesight. By the way, just how bad are your eyes? Huh? How? What? You? Why are you asking me about this all of a sudden? Your Honor, it is very simple to mistake a glove for a bunch of bananas. No, it's not. Your bananas. No, I don't think so. Objection overruled. You're one of those people. Yes, you know what I mean. You're like those people who refuse... What? Oh, shut up. And that's why I asked you how bad your eyesight is. Oh, 22. They're both 2200. I suppose you're gonna tell me that's terrible, right? Yes, they are terrible. Why are you not wearing your glasses today then? That's because I lost them recently, you see. Of course, I was planning on getting a new pair made right away. But you know, my glasses are no ordinary glasses, so to replace them. How about when you witnessed the crime, were you wearing your glasses then? How about it, witness? You are an unrelenting evil man. Yeah, I am. I am actually. Actually, I am. You're like those... Yeah, okay, shut up. Which boils down to you were not wearing your glasses at that time. Therefore, the identity of the woman at the scene of the crime and that of the defendant cannot be proven to be the same by this witness. But the height difference was only 9 feet. It was very possible for him to see the face of the culprit standing on the upper path. No, it's not. Witness, please be more accurate in your testimony. Remember, a person's life is at stake. Yes, Your Honor. Now then, please continue with your testimony. Please tell the court what happened next in the moments after you witnessed the crime. What happened next? The girl on the upper path ran away as soon as she realized I was there. After that, I immediately called the police station to report the crime. It must have been 6:45 PM when I made the call. They must have a lot of free time on their hands since they showed up within 10 minutes. So the person who was on the upper path saw you and then ran away. Yes, that is correct. Which is why even someone without a superior brain like mine can understand that. That girl is the murderer. You may question the witness now, Mr. Wright. The girl on the upper path ran away as soon as she realized I was there. She ran away just like that? Yes, she did. She saw me and flew the nest like the guilty bird she is. Oh, I'm sorry. Was that pun too hard for someone who only got a third-rate education? Was that a pun? Actually, that did take me a few seconds to get. Anyway, if she ran away the instant she saw you, how could you tell it was my client? The witness has already answered that question. No, he hasn't. He couldn't see that far. He has stated that the defendant is the culprit. This is true, Mr. Wright. I'm striking your question from the record. No, how could he have seen a... How could he have gotten a clear view of her face if she ran right away? How can I get more information out of him? After that, I immediately called the police station to report the crime. Immediately, as in immediately! I mean, sure, a minute might have elapsed before I did, but... That's the duty of every good citizen, or did they not teach you that in your pitiful school? You think people learn about how to call the police in college? Hey Nick, I think you should take a look at the court record for a sec. Question mark? It must have been 6:45 when I made the call. What was the court record? Oh, 6:28. 6:45, alright. It must have been 6:45 PM when I made the call. How do you know what time it was? That detective told me. You know which one I mean. The one with the jacket that makes him look like a dropout from a no-name high school. Hey pal, I graduated from a pretty good, top-ranked college. I don't believe this. It doesn't matter, I don't believe I was mistaken on what time I called. And if I'm wrong, then that detective obviously doesn't know how to tell the time. Nani? Why you're just some lousy kid. I think the court can see your point anyway. How did the police respond? They must have a lot of free time on their hands since they showed up within 10 minutes. So you're saying that there were police on the scene by 7 PM? They got there before that, I think. There usually aren't many people in that area at that time of day. But suddenly, before I knew it, there were people crawling all over, gawking. It certainly says something about the morals of the people in this country. Wait a minute, why would they have found out that quickly? I can't find anything out of the ordinary in his testimony. Why don't you take one more look at the court record? Thanks, Maya. Thanks, Tutorial Maya. Yeah, I guess I should. I'm just gonna save it here again because it's not entirely clear where to present the evidence, right? So is it... Do I present it here? Or do I present it here? Because he says immediately there and in the time there. So do I present... No, do I present it here? Mr. Wellington, would you please take a look at this? You mean the victim's autopsy report? According to this, the murder occurred at 6:28 PM. So what of it? You said that you called the police immediately after the murder took place. However, by the time you had called the police, it was already 6:45 PM. There's clearly a 15-minute gap here. Do you deny it? I think this court would like to hear what you were doing during this 15-minute gap. Grr. The witness was in shock at the time after witnessing a terrible murder. It's only to be expected that he would be a little dazed. 15 minutes is hardly what I would call a little dazed. Aha! Mr. Wellington. Yes. Explain yourself. What were you doing during those 15 minutes? Answer the question! Telephone, I mean... Spit it out! I was searching for a phone booth. That's a phone booth right in front of you. A phone booth? You mean you don't have a cell phone? You don't have a cell phone. You and your questions, as if you're trying to open all the layers of a Matryoshka doll. You must think you're really something special. Witness! I lost my cell phone. There, are you happy? Well, actually, I have your cell phone. You lost it. Unbelievable! You lose your glasses and your cell phone. You must be very scatterbrained when it comes to your belongings. Nani, are you saying that first-rate people are never allowed to lose things? Yeah. Yeah, you're not a first-rate person. Haven't you ever heard... Dude, shut up. Enough! Oh man, oh man. Wait, hold on a second, he lost his cell phone. Nick, that cell phone, could it be? Of course it is. Why are you so serious about it? You mean this phone Maggie found? There's no way. Boy, I didn't see this coming. I saw this coming. What should I do now? Question further! Mr. Wellington, where is your cell phone right now? Huh, what are you getting all excited about? You seem to be a little confused. I found my phone, I'll have you know. See, here it is. Oh, I see. Looks like he's got his phone. And I thought that's just maybe this was his. Well then, I think we've cleared this issue up. At the time of the murder, the witness did not have his cell phone because he had lost it. Therefore, the delay in his call was caused by his search for a phone booth. No, the phone booth is right behind the dead person. Well, that's the gist of it. I guess you could put it that way and leave it at that. Do you have any further questions, Mr. Wright? There is something. Your Honor, the witness's testimony does not make any sense. I don't believe that there was ever a need for the witness to search for a phone. How dare you! You can't just make outrageous claims like that. You have to. You do have some sort of proof, don't you? Well, yeah, of course. This evidence should be good enough, I think. Alright, let's have this proof then. Please present proof that the witness had no need to search for a public phone booth. This is so stupid. It's right there. It's quite simple, actually. Please take a look at this. At the crime scene photo. Is there a problem with it? Oh, there's nothing wrong with the picture. But if you don't understand my logic after looking at it, something is wrong with you! No! It's a phone booth. That is correct. All the defendant had to do was walk 3 steps. Mr. Wellington, why did you not use the phone that was right in front of you? Ah! Order! What does reporting the crime a little late prove for the defense? The witness can't explain what he was doing for those 15 minutes. That is reason enough to throw suspicion on his testimony. Yes, this is very true. What do you have to say for yourself, witness? Then I bet this phone really is his, Nick. He must have killed Dustin to get his phone back. Which he didn't need to. He just, like, they were gonna give him his phone back anyway. He didn't need to kill him to get his phone back. But Maggie said that she was going to return it to him. So there was no reason for him to kill for it. And on top of that, we still have the phone she found anyway. But if he wasn't looking for his cell phone, maybe he was looking for something else. Was he? Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Do you have any thoughts you would like to share with the court? Can you offer an explanation as to what the witness was doing during those 15 minutes? Yes. There is only one possible explanation. Alright, let's hear your explanation. However, be forewarned that if your explanation is not persuasive, you will be penalized. Think carefully before you present, Mr. Wright. I'm gonna save the game. Yes, Your Honor. Irk. I probably shouldn't have said there was only one possibility. There are a number of possibilities. Please present to the court the one piece of evidence that will answer the following. Why didn't the witness call the police right away? He was writing the victim's name. Perhaps this is the evidence you need to be convinced. Perhaps. No, dude. What? Come on. He needed time to frame Maggie. Oh, Jesus. List of con artists and phenomena stored on the cell phone Maggie found. He was looking for his glasses? Why? Why was he looking for his glasses? No, he had to frame Maggie for I don't know. Mr. Wellington! What? Don't do that, you almost gave me a heart attack. These are your glasses, aren't they? Ah! Where? Where did you find? Gah! I believe the court all heard what you just confessed to. That these glasses are in fact yours! I'll tell you where they were found, Mr. Wellington. These glasses were found under the victim's body. Under the victim's body. Order! Now wait a second, hold on. I didn't confess or confirm anything. Your Honor, I think the answer is quite clear here. As he fell, Dustin Prince grabbed the culprit's glasses. The culprit knew that he had to find his glasses and searched frantically for them. What he didn't realize was that they were under the victim's body. And that's why it took him 15 minutes to make that call. Mr. Wright, are you indicting the witness as the real murderer? Of course, that is precisely what I'm doing. Ooh, wow. I know I'm right. How do you know you're right? He's the real murderer. Did you figure it out, Nick? More or less. Turns out this cell phone was the key to this case after all. Anyway, now's our chance to deep six this guy. That seems drastic. I'll sink him in one shot. Who says that? Yeah! This is so exciting, watching you work again. Somehow my old self is coming back to me. It's time to sink or swim, everything rests on the edge of a knife. Now you're just being overly dramatic. This is the moment I've been waiting for. Order. Your Honor, the defense is making a mockery of this court. Yes, I am, and there's nothing you can do about it. Without any solid ground to stand on, he accuses the witness of being the murderer. Yeah, that's right. I'm no criminal. This third-rate fraud of a lawyer. In that case, why don't we look at it from a different perspective? Let's hear your explanation as to why you are not the murderer. No, dude. People are innocent until proven guilty. You have to prove he's guilty. He does not have to prove he's innocent. This is not how courts work. Why? That's easy. For example, there's the name the victim wrote. What about that? Oh, you mean the name Maggie? Yeah, even an idiot like you can read that, right? But we already know this was not written by the victim himself. After all, the defendant's name is Maggie and the victim was left-handed. In other words, in order to make the defendant look guilty, the real criminal used the victim's right hand to write her name on the ground. Thanks, Judge. Thanks for filling in that for me. But wouldn't that mean that the real criminal was someone the defendant knew? Otherwise, how else could that person know her name was Maggie? Maggie. That's a good point. The witness didn't even know of Miss Bird before this trial. Ah, I forgot. Was there any way this creep could have known Maggie's name beforehand? Yeah, no, there was the phone. It would be best if I could prove that the witness had a chance to learn that the defendant's name was Maggie. Now would the defendant please present its case? How could the witness have known the defendant's name? It is the phone, right? Mr. Wellington, you didn't have your cell phone with you on the day of the murder, correct? So what if I didn't? When you realized you had lost it, what did you do? What did I do? Didn't you try to find it by calling it? Why you? How did you? Your Honor, these questions have nothing to do with... Overruled. Mr. Wright, where are you going with this line of questioning? Do you think there is some relation between the witness' cell phone and the murder? I do, Your Honor. On the day of the murder, Maggie Bird picked up a lost phone in the park. And she also received a phone call from the owner of the phone. Beep. Hello? Oh, thank you. I've been searching for my phone. Is this yours? Oh, I'm glad you called. We can meet up and I can give this back. I'll be right there. I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name. You can call me Maggie. That was when you learned that her name was Maggie. Arg. But you made one fatal mistake. Fatal mistake? My client's name is Maggie, but the name that was written on the ground was Maggie. This is a mistake that could only occur if all you knew was how her name sounded. Order! But Your Honor, the witness has no motive. And your point is? It's very simple, Your Honor. A person usually would not kill someone without a reason. Mr. Wellington had no reason to kill anyone. That's absolutely correct. I don't have a motive. Mr. Wright. It's because the police officer recognized him as a con artist. Your Honor, can you explain what motive this witness could have had? It's very simple, Your Honor. Exclamation. Are you sure, Nick? If I said I can't offer an explanation, then the trial's over, right? Yeah, but...